Ty, let's talk about prevention a little bit more. And what are some of the better foods that we can eat? We touched on nutrition just a little bit earlier, but what are some of the foods that we can eat that presumably would enhance our immune system and make us, healthier
Yeah,
overall?
yeah, great question. Greens are great.
Mm.
Green foods are great. Super greens are great. Chlorella, spirulina. We have every day for lunch, we call it our super smoothie. Me and my wife and kids. And we have a scoop of super greens, a scoop of super berry, which is fruits, organic fruits that are dehydrated. The greens are, uh, let's see, kelp, barley, wheatgrass, chlorella, spirulina, a whole host of greens that are in it's a product that we take called Living Fuel. But we have super greens, super berry, and then we have a couple scoops of isolated whey protein, and mix that in with some water and ice cubes, and it tastes great. It really tastes fantastic. Even my little 4-year-old, she just turned 5, she loves it. So that's an excellent way to get in greens and fruits is through taking a supplement like that. But if you don't have the money for those, because they are a little expensive, then organic fruits and vegetables are a great staple. Stay away from genetically modified foods. That's probably a big thing that we haven't really touched on. Corn and soy are the two biggies.
Why? What are those? Talk about those a little bit. What are they?
Yeah.
What do they? How do they modify them, and how does that affect our bodies?
Well, the genetically modified means that scientists are getting in and actually messing with the DNA of these seeds, and then it messes with the DNA of the plant. And studies have shown on both corn and soybeans. They've tested them on hamsters in Europe. I don't know that it's been done here. Maybe one study that was done in Maryland that I remember. But most of the studies have been done in Europe because they're more opposed to GMO than we are. If you've been watching the news, the U.S. is letting all kinds of genetically modified foods. Europe's not. But they've done studies to show that by the 3rd generation in hamsters that the GMO, genetically modified organism, GMO, the GMO corn and soy cause sterility in hamsters by the 3rd generation. Okay, that's what we're eating now. That's what we're eating. If you eat processed foods, you're eating GMO corn most likely, because the corn filler is in everything. High fructose corn syrup, it's just sugar, right? We were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It's genetically modified. So it's in everything. So if you're eating packaged foods, you're eating genetically modified corn and or soy, probably both, because soy is in almost everything too if you look. Over 90% of the crops in the U.S. GMO corn and GMO soy. Okay. The best way to shop, stay on the outside of the grocery store. You've heard it said before, because in the inside is all the packaged foods, and on the outside is the refrigerated foods and the vegetables and the fruits. So eat as organic as you can, fruits, vegetables. Stay away from, if you're going to drink milk, get organic milk, because the non-organic milk, the cows have likely been injected with RBGH, which is bovine growth hormone, and other antibiotics, and a lot of other stuff. So that milk that you're drinking that's typical milk that's not organic is really, really bad for you. And the estrogens are really high in it. There's a huge estrogen link to cancer as well. So the estrogen levels of those milks are really high, and so you could be causing your kids to get cancer by drinking any kind of milks or milk products, cow products that are not organic. So shop on the outside of the store. Eat as close to natural as you can. We eat about probably 60 to 70% raw. So we'll cook some foods, but we try to eat a lot of fresh vegetables, fresh greens, fresh salads, because you have the enzymes in the vegetables and the fruits that help you to digest the food. So that's probably a good suggestion, is eat as natural as possible. Try to stay away from the processed, and try to stay away from the fast food joints if possible. You know, if your main 3 food groups are milkshakes, burgers, and fries, then you got some issues. Okay.
Plenty of them.
Yeah. So eat fruits and vegetables, and teach your kids. That's the problem. See, the parents today are so busy working and trying to make money that they're not with the kids. And so they give the kids money, go to the burger joint and get a burger. And so the kids are growing up eating burgers and fries and Cokes and milkshakes. And that's what they think a typical diet is. That's a cancer diet. Your foods that you're eating are either going to fuel cancer or they're going to fight cancer. And the herbs that you can eat, herbs is something we haven't really talked about, but natural herbs. Cooking with natural herbs. We got an herb garden. We cut basil, cilantro, lemongrass, mints, leaves all the time, and mix them in with our salads. So when we eat fresh salads, we'll cut up all these herbs and mix them in with them. And it might be hard to sit down and just eat a bunch of basil, but if you cut it up real small and mix it in with a salad, kids will eat it. So you can get herbs in them that way, because herbs have so many medicinal properties we haven't even touched on.
Yeah.
Those are all great ways to be kind of have kind of a cancer preventing diet.